Sure, Masanda Fan vlog. Welcome to the match review of the MTN8 semi-final second leg. I'm here with my brother Zangiv. Just wanna go through the game. He's not available today, but he should be back for the next games. Joanna, what do you make of this game? Like, who obviously like kona fela resali emotional, but what do you so far from the final penalty to know what is the one thought that that's leading as a leading thought in your head?
The thought that lingers in my mind the most is that we started well and we scored first. All we needed to do was just to build up on the goal. So it's like we caught our prey, but instead of finishing it off, we kept on antagonizing it until it gained strength and managed to escape. It was our game to lose, and we needed to express ourselves more in a positive way, like to stamp our authority. We are the team that is leading. There's no way to, no need to sit back. There's no need to want to manage the game in terms of position, because like mostly that's what I saw the team doing. Like we wanted to carry the ball, play back passes, try to maintain position. But whenever that happened, you'd find Alande having the ball more, but without anyone who would like expose the spaces after he would get the ball from the defense in most cases. And we needed.
Sorry to cut your thought process off. Kimang Mutoilong is supposed to do all that work.
According to what I saw, like Jaden was the one that was supposed to come into those free spaces whenever Alande had the ball. So when he had the ball, Sales had to come wider and come closer to him and collect the ball, and that would make Reynas move or drift to the side to try and give Sales the option. So it would play our front three out of position, and that is what it killed our threat. That is what frustrated me a lot, because Reynas would receive the ball from the side, and then in so doing have a tussle with Umbogazi, and then in so doing there's a loose ball. That loose ball is supposed to be attacked by someone. Still, Jaden was the one that was supposed to attack that ball. Yet we didn't find him. Like he was not there. He had to gel. He had to wake up, but he didn't have that aspect of showing us that I want to play. I'm hungry. I want to show myself for this team. And yeah, that was someone in whom I find in him we would have won the game. In him we would have controlled the game the way that we wanted to.
Yeah, I think that was such a precise diagnosis of this game. And it's almost like a carbon copy of the game of Orlando, but also these two games are also a carbon copy of the Pyramids game Call of Stars.
Yeah, true. In most cases, the coach would, like, I was anticipating his first substitution, and then he brought in Maseko, and then in bringing in Maseko, he gave me that impression that yes, we are positive, yes, we are coming, we are not going to shy away from imposing ourselves to these guys. But Maseko as well, like he showed himself in glimpses, he finished, and then he came back, and then finished Mbogazi there, supposed to give us a precise ball that didn't materialize to anything. Came again, got a ball there, and was supposed, I think, to play a through pass, more spacing, yet he hung on to the ball until the defense recovered. I wanted to see him express himself in a manner that says, after everything that has happened, after all that has happened, more social media and everything, here I am. This is what I've been crying for, and let me express myself more to try and give you this thing, Yahore. I said I gave my best, and my best was not enough. But here's my best. You've been given an opportunity. You've cried, and you've been given an opportunity. Yet you fail to give us that excitement. I was looking for excitement. I was looking for exhilarating runs, dynamism. We know him to be that kind of a player, but
And to play devil's advocate. Now is again the one thing I've been crying about this season. The very same thing. We got to coach with accounting or balance because Maseko first game of the season against Chiba. Bargain first game against Richards Bay. Bench. We go play Chiba. He's off the bench. Shaluli Natsamile Wabu. He's on the bench. And then at the beginning, like the first 2 games, you had an impression you're like they're gonna play a big role this season, right? But like Lebona Baitang, Bavanisha, and then Mutibo not tell from out of nowhere. So it's like Ogare Ritimamello, like more Ogare Flame, Gra Momentum, Raitima, and then the manager did also
and that's a very dangerous way of managing the team because I feel like you are giving room to be manipulated.
That thing,
you get what I mean. If someone would say, hey, throwing their toys and their boots and they are chasing in the dressing room, then you would say, okay, fun, come, you get what I mean. Even though the player doesn't. I don't want to say doesn't deserve. All players are here on merit and they can play. But in terms of one-on-one competition, I feel there are certain players that deserve to play more than others. And the fact that you can't make it doesn't mean you should go out there and make noise. And then when you make noise, be given the opportunity. You need to earn that opportunity. Sometimes your best is just not enough.
That's true. Right? And like Lubo Maseko, hadlala pressure because you know from what type of situation.
You get what I mean.
And now when you get the situation, like I'm it's like after load shedding, protect.
Yeah.
It comes like
a
huge stage.
Obviously, when I analyze his performance, I'm going to go back to his utterances.
That's true.
And I'm going to say judge each and every impact that he has on the game based on what he said. And if he fails to give me what I want or what I want to see or what I'm expecting from a player that I know he is, then I'm going to go back to say, Jodiman, like
those minutes we gave him a ban are justified now.
I believe they are. And the minutes that we give Kutlwano, they are also justified as well, because I feel like with him, there are noises going around or but I believe I said it one time on my Facebook account like we need to give him an opportunity to express himself more, like Jaden Cages, yet he has the ability to want to rise up to the occasion and express himself more, and we suppress that desire to express himself or willingness to express himself, and then we are saying let us rather go with a more cautious player. I believe Letlaku today would have raised his hand to say I'm coming to you. You get what I mean?
He's played from the Club World Cup until Harbo Werebula season. It's just that Liena, it's the same situation. I'm gonna play devil's advocate like I did for myself. It's the same situation because now some people will say automatically against Magesi, but true. And game is different, like coming off the bench than starting.
And I believe ka game ya Barking, sorry to cut you off, ka game ya Magesi, like 9 chases, it's too much. 9 is too much.
But it's the design of this team right now. From last season, there's the wholesale changes. Like we don't do like minor changes and whatnot. And then now what I don't get is that we at the beginning of the season, we still have players who are hungry to prove themselves. I don't believe the guys that the wholesale changes, even though I understand we didn't have a preseason, we just came from the Club World Cup, we only had 3 weeks off and whatnot. So we have to refresh the legs and whatnot. But like not too much.
Like issue Club World Cup, it hurts me the most because Club World Cup, we go there, we exhibit a certain brand of football. We win hearts, as people say. And yes, we play something totally different. What are we building up from? Where are we? Like now I'm lost. Honestly speaking.
It's like we're taking 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
And it makes me question how how we came about to make the decision to say this is the brand of football that we are going to exhibit go Club World Cup, because I believe Club World Cup was where we were supposed to test ourselves. It was supposed to be / pre-season, try ourselves against the best of the world. Whatever it is that we want to apply, we've got the freedom to go and apply it there, because no one is expecting anything from us anyway. Right, but we get there, we play our normal brand of football, and then we captivate the world, and then in so doing we come back and then we play this directionless football. Like the other day, as I was thinking about the team, I was like, we need aggression going forward. Like we need, and we had two in our attack. It was Ribeiro, it was Renas. Players that had the capacity to absorb the force that comes from defenders. I don't know if it makes sense. And I felt in our front three now, take nothing away from Salas, take nothing away from Matthews. I don't think they have got that capacity.
Yeah, also that forcefulness, Ribeiro.
Yeah.
Ribeiro was a cheat code. He was forceful, he was quick,
yes, and skillful.
but super skillful.
Yes.
And he knew how to pick a pass, he knew how to finish.
Yes, you get what I mean? So I was like, I'm worried ka front three, because there's a possibility that two of those players would lack that capacity. Yeah, forcefulness. So I want, and God forbid, I don't see them lasting maybe 14 games into the season without any one of them catching an injury. But like that's not what I'm wishing on them. But like understanding these things, football, I would think that combination would break. Yet we do have that capacity. Yet we sit them down and we don't play them. So that is why I'm saying, it's frustrating.
But let's try and wrap it up now and go into the ratings. How much would you rate Ronwen out of 10?
Including the penalty shootout?
Yeah.
I'd give him a 4.
A 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
Zugum Dunyela?
Joe, I'm like a happy blind, like I'm very happy. Like I'm happy with the fact that he's Kuliso's replacement, yet he's playing with his own identity. He's not full of Kuliso in his mind. He's giving us what he is, and he's taking care of his primary responsibility very well. And I like the fact that he's not booming down the line, he's cutting in. Like that aspect of a wing back that cuts in. We are no longer doing it from the left, but we're doing it from the right. He inverts. And with the ball on his feet. I like that very much about him. Today I'd give him an 8.
An 8?
Yes. I would give him an 8.
And then Grant?
I saw after the goal, they substituted him direct for Libusa. So I suppose they blame him for Rania, who's this guy? Substitution ya Makopa. Mabasa. Because Mabasa came blind run. I think it was behind him. And then Bolela from his head rebound to the goal. So Grant, based on that, it's just a single error, if I should say. He marshaled the defense very well.
Had a few blocks.
Yes. So I'd give him an 8 as well. Like I can't blame him for that. Like it happens, it's football.
Can I read Cupido? I think as this season progresses, with the load on Grant also not being selected for the national team, even though he's been our most consistent centre back, I still believe Grant right now is still our best centre back.
True.
I still believe so. But from this season going forward, I think Cupido is gonna have something to say about the title of the best centre back here. And the guy Cupido, I don't think he's the same profile as Grant. They are not. The only thing like from both of them, they are both front-footed centre backs. Like our who engage and they don't leave things to chance and try to chase and whatnot. But I think Cupido is Grant is a very good box defender. Coach Rulani always used to say that. But Cupido, I think, is when you look at modern centre backs, he ticks the boxes.
True.
He ticks the boxes.
True.
And I think today, Liana, he had a very good performance. And I don't think evidence did much because evidence game like FNB. What he mostly does is that he's so good in dragging our centre backs out and poking holes in the last line, and it gives space for a police
to come in. Yeah.
But today I think Grant and Cupido managed that so well.
Okay, you may continue.
Yeah, I think I'll give Cupido. Because you gave Grant an 8, I think it was an equal performance.
Yeah,
I'll give him an
true,
8.
true.
I'll give them an 8.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Kere, I'm giving a win. I would have mocked Makopa to say like the defensive striker. his only duty was just to chase balls from our build up. So like they dealt with him very well. They dealt with him very well.
Super.
Yeah, it's just that it's a pity. They conceded just one goal and then it went to a gamble and divine he's not your cleanest player with the ball on his feet. Right? And I've seen a lot of people judged for that and judged negatively for that. He's not an attacking player. Yet we expect him. Modern football dictates that your your wing backs must attack. Right? And he tries to give you that, but that's not who he is. But come defensive, come aerial, he's there. There's 2 balls that he headed off. Outside of the box, Akavile, the centre backs are in, which goes to show that he's always aware of what is happening around him and he's always in sync. I'd give him an 8 as well. He's a very matured player and take nothing away from his defensive capabilities. You might judge him negatively for attacking, but that's not his role. Anyway.
The ratings are too high for
a game that we've lost.
Especially also like the overall performance. Because I think the most disappointing thing was the overall performance. Individual performances, like the stuff that you can look at and say, we did well. But overall, I don't think we did that well. Yeah, but it's fine. I think Tebza... Linda, like I'm going to look back at this and get the ratings are not good. But I think I'll give Tebza a 7.5 because Hoga level of... Actually... Kukupilo rated Tebza le Marcelo 7.5 goals. I think Marcelo, especially like starting the second half, was very good. I think Marcelo, like in the first half, Liena, his job is to put out fires, and close spaces and whatnot. But I think in the second half he had a very good performance, better than the first half. It's just unfortunate to him. He missed the penalty and we lost the game on penalties. But all in all, when you look at the fact that in 90 minutes it was a 1-1 draw. Which we could have easily won this game.
Aish.
And then give me a rating. You've said so much, Jaden. Just give me a rating without even explaining.
I'd give him a 4.
A 4.
Yeah, or a 3.5. Let me make my decision.
Yeah.
Final decision 3.5.
3.5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, I think it's also because you have such high expectations of him.
He's a very good player. He's technically good. It's very difficult for a player to break into the team go Sundowns. I can tell you that. And for the main fact that he manages to break into the team, first 11, World Cup, that means we are trusting him, or the coaches are trusting him with a lot. And for him to fail to rise to an occasion, game pirate, it breaks my heart. I have very high expectations of the guy. He's a very good player. That I know. He's quality. Yet he doesn't want to rise up to the. I don't know. Or he's not cycling or that thing. Or players from the coast are failing to cycle inland. Maybe I don't know what's happening with him. But I guess as time goes by, maybe he might get his mind right.
I think I will give Sales a 5.5 for performance. Liena, first half he was quiet. Mara, Hoga level like where we looked like try to build the momentum with
involved.
The nice touches, those nippy touches, and he was involved in all those touches. And then even in the first half, he showed like bravery, taking players on, coming inside. Afa. Bergman, Afa Reina see that ball, every tilling pala. Actually, I think I'm robbed. I think I'm a robber. I think I'll give Salas a 7.5. Now that I'm thinking about it, this like the rating and me what I was explaining didn't make sense. But I think I will give him a 7.5 for that performance.
He took long for him to gel, to come into the team, to find himself. But I don't think he's a player that we can rely on.
That's true.
Yeah, and another thing we should have in mind is that we are trying to cook something without Ribero's
football of the year.
and goal scorer of the tournament at Club World Cup. One star. So we the guys are trying to find their feet. There was an over reliance, I believe, on the guy, on Ribeiro in our previous season, and now that he's not here, I believe the team has no one to look up to, and we have no one to say I'm gonna take this head on, and if we bring it, it's going to be on me, and it plays a huge role, more mentality in our team, and we also need to be, I think, fair on the guys that are here. None of them had the capacity that he had.
There's no player like there's no player like him.
Yet we are expecting them, expecting the whole team to perform in a way that it did when he was present.
That's true.
So Salas, I'd give him a 6 for Gachen. For Gachen, and then I would want to warn our fellow supporters, or you know what, let us not over rely on him. He can't carry. I don't think he has the capacity to do. Maybe he might prove me wrong. In this season it's
I think Reina's like from last week, like the duel Limbogazi. And I think you explained it. You've already touched on it, and you explained it so well. Why like he was limited in the game, even though one thing I like about him is that he's not. They bring like their attributes are like polar opposites, but the one thing they have is a goal. And I think this team needs someone like that. When we have teething problems like this at the beginning of the season, at least we get the goals. Because at the end of the day, you still have to win games. I don't think there's a job enabling pressure in the country. I can even argue in the continent. Okay, not in the continent, because I think the most pressure there. But in the country, there's no seat enabling more pressure like the dugout, the Sundowns.
True.
At least coaches need players that will give them goals. Whilst you might not have the best performances like Kamagesi, but you get a result, So I think I'll give Reinas a 6.5 because overall I don't think the performance was that good, but at least he gave us a goal, which is what we needed. But we just couldn't sustain that. And then off the bench, who's in the Pita, who's in Mutiba, what's in Libusa, what's in Maseko. What Limbaseko, you spoke a lot about him. What rating would you give Maseko for that performance?
I want to give an honest rating. And it's not bias. Dilo tsa hae tse nna di bolelang. I'd give him a 5.
A 5.
Yes, because like he didn't have too much impact. I think it was only two instances. Yes. Hence I'm saying, or he had 2 instances that I know of, that I saw, that I can judge him from. And then it's a 50-50. He created a good chance, and then the other one he was supposed to create a good chance and he didn't. So hence I'm gonna give him a 5. Based on that.
I hear you. I think I won't have ratings for Mutiba, because
they didn't.
If you were to rate Coach Cardoso, how much would you rate him out of 10 for game?
I'm very disappointed in him. You know how I feel about him. I've been advocating for the guy for a very long time. But ever since finally CAF Champions League, like I'm lost. I'm struggling to see or to find or to see where he's going. So for the main fact, even we had it in our clutches and then we lost it. Like that is very, very disappointing of him. He was supposed to do something, and early on his changes were late, and then the first change he brings on Maseko, which I've said a lot about him.
Yeah.
So I give him a 4 as well.
A 4 out of 10.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a fair rating because if you hear what supporters were saying, generally, the reaction that the team got after the game, I think some would even think you were being generous too.
True.
But
Because people are frustrated.
But
He's
people are
frustrating a lot of
yeah.
people.
We always rate the supporters. I'll give the supporters a 10 because we showed up, and we gave this team what it needed.
Yes.
But I think we are now in a space where I think the supporters have given everything.
Yes.
And then now, we need to get something back as well. So I'll give the supporters a 10, and then from here we'll see what happens on Wednesday when we play Chiefs because they're coming in thick and fast.
And they are very motivated. Looking at their last game, they are beatable, but it's not only about tactics and systems. The heart says a lot, the mentality says a lot, and where they are mentally and the level of motivation that they have, it's something to worry about. And where we are as well, and our coach and his dressing room.
Yeah, it's very nervy. Hey, I've been wanting this man to come on the vlog for so long. I'm glad he came. We went longer than I wanted us to go, but I don't think anyone will blame us. Normally, different came they were so long because there's so much to say about game. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please continue to subscribe and like our page, and then we'll see you when we play Chiefs. Sharp.